I feel your electric pulse course through my veins. Shine bright and synthesize inside my brain. Oh yeah, dancing under neon moonlight, my heart beats faster. At one with this beautiful world's natural symphony. The lavender fills my lungs as I breathe. I hear your voice call out my name in the breeze. Oh yeah, it fills me with the beauty of the colors of night. Help me protect these lands from mountain to sea. We belong right here. Come on and follow me. I'll be waiting here for you to follow me. Will you follow me? Will you follow me? Trying to find all the words, leaving the herds of dreamers. Flow like the rivers I'm cold, submerge the bold below. My heart, it beats slow and steady. The earth, it weeps.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Moonfrost's Founder Update Episode 2. So my name is Jase, and I'm the Marketing Community Lead at the studio behind Moonfrost. And today we're going to be diving into some topics and updates about Moonfrost, and also more about kind of myself and Gina as well, the co-host and also co-founder of the studio. So I'll bring her up now.
Hi everyone. Hi Jase, thanks for having me here.
Awesome, no problem at all. So what we're going to be covering today, we're going to be diving into a couple of topics, but mainly we want to start focusing these kind of founder updates towards the community as well. So we want to be more aligned with what you're thinking about the game, what's going to be happening with upcoming releases and upcoming news. So we really, really want to lean into that. So we're probably going to start off with kind of what's coming in the short term. So we're currently processing for the Frost Hunter Genesis collection, and we're at the point now where we've almost selected all of those 500 unique players, and so only one whitelist per user. And then we're going to be actually going into a bit more detail about kind of Alpha Release 3. So one of the main talking points that we wanted to bring up about the why kind of now is like, why are we deciding to release now after over 2.5 years of developing Moonfrost? So do you want to take this one, Gina, or do you want me to jump straight into this one? It's completely up to you.
Good for it, Jase.
All right, I'll start off with this one.
You've got this one.
I got that one, awesome. So the reason kind of like why now are we kind of looking into this is because we're now getting to this really exciting part of development. Like I said, after 2.5 years of being very, very community orientated, like we have a game, it is an alpha, we're starting to get more players in, and we always wanted to be able to release something to the community which is aligned with what we're trying to build for Moonfrost. And it was really not in our best interest and not your best interest for us to release something before this point, because there'd be nothing to do. Like we'd be busy spending all our time on game development, and you'd be like, okay, what does kind of this Frost Hunter Genesis collectible even do? So yeah, this is kind of why we're deciding to do this now. And it's been in the pipeline for a long time, but we just want to make sure that all verticals of Moonfrost are aligned. So the game, our NFTs and digital collectibles, and also the token. But yeah, so that's kind of why we're doing it now.
Yeah, and just to kind of expand on that, I guess. It's something we touched on before, and I'm going to, keep bringing it up because I think it's quite important. Is that all of us really come from a traditional games background? So really, we're used to building in stealth mode. We're used to, we spent years building games, and then we kind of release everything with a big bang, and market it, hope for the best, and all of that. The way that we're developing this is completely different. We're really putting the community first on this. We're really trying to build alongside you guys. We're trying. I think we're trying to be a little bit bolder. We're trying to be a little bit braver with things. We're putting things out that we feel maybe not quite ready yet, that aren't quite finished yet. But we want to know, what all of you think about it. We want to kind of get all of your inputs and your feedback straight away. So a big part of why we're releasing this collection now is because of that as well, right? Because it gives you guys access to something. It shows our commitment to you for the time that you're putting in, like the patience that you have, because we are going to be releasing stuff that's buggy. We're going to be releasing stuff that we haven't had time to test, stuff that we know is broken, and you're putting in a lot of your own time, and we know how valuable that is. So a big part of this is also really to say thank you and to kind of nurture that a little bit.
Yeah, awesome. And that's probably the best way of saying why now. It is why not? Like, you've supported us for 2.5 years. Let's get you more involved. We're gonna have more alpha releases coming up, and then more other things apart from game releases. So we're gonna be super excited to feel those things. So one of the things I was trying to hype up before the live stream, because I wanted to try and get as many of the community involved with kind of our open discussions, was if we reach a certain threshold, which is higher than last week's concurrent users, we'll drop some kind of not what was planned news or things into the live stream. So at the moment, we're almost breaking that right now. So I'm not going to tell you what that is. Stay tuned, because I think we will break that kind of threshold. Yeah, so that's kind of what's going on at the moment with cross-center bonus collection. You also wanted to touch a little bit on why aren't you using this marketing growth? We didn't really want to do that. It kind of links straight back to what Gina said. We want this to be getting into the players kind of business to the community. We're not using it for growth or hype or anything like that. We just want to offer value to that community, not value to us.
Hang on, Jase. I think we are having some technical difficulties. Can you all hear me still? Is that all right? Is it just Jase? No, just
No
Jase.
mic.
Oh, there we go. Right, we can hear you now, Jase.
Okay.
All right. Would you like to repeat that, please?
Sorry about that. I was literally I was looking at the messages and I was like, yeah, don't worry about it. It's fine. My voice breaking. Okay, cool. So what I was saying was, why are we using the approach which we've gone down to kind of selecting and rewarding those users? And Gina's already kind of covered this already, but we really wanted to say thank you to long-term supporters and actual players. This isn't to do with collaborations or marketing growth or anything like that. It's literally saying thank you for supporting us. And here's something that we see is really valuable, because the first kind of utility of this is you get to play in every single alpha and beta release, and AR3 is just around the corner. Hopefully, fingers crossed. So yeah, super pumped. Awesome. Let's jump down to. We could dive into our goals as collection and everything, but I don't really think that's relevant right now, because the goal is simple. We want to get it into as many players' hands as possible who most deserve kind of this kind of reward so early on in development. So what I want to kind of jump into with Gina, if you're happy, is what does it mean to be like a Frost Hunter? Where has this come from? Why are we kind of jumping into this now?
I think before I answer that, I'm going to ask an even more important question, which is, can you show us one valuable thing that you have on your desk? Just because I kind of want to know, and it feels like a good thing to do before we talk about more really important stuff.
It's probably got a good shout there. Right, I'm going to choose this. So the community know about this already. This is my gnome candle holder. So I can put like a wax melt in it, and it makes my room smell nice. And this is probably my level of art or creativity, which took me about 4 hours. But yeah, this could be merch, maybe.
4 hours.
What about you?
Actually, I'd quite like to know what sort of merch people would like to see for Moonfrost, because I might consider having one of those on my desk if we, if we made a bunch of them. What about me? What do I have on my desk? You're not supposed to ask me these questions. Like, I ask you, and then you're not. Is that allowed? Is it okay for you to ask them back? I'm not prepared for this. What do I have that's interesting? I've got a load of really boring business books. We don't want to talk about those. But I've got some cool stickers. There we go. I've got like a drawer full of stickers that I don't know what to do with. I'm going to find cool places to stick them on. These are from B-side in Tokyo, and they're quite cool. So that's what I have. Just a bunch of stickers. That's what I'm willing to share.
No business books. You get stickers today for the live stream.
Yeah. No Moonfrost stickers. Why don't I have any Moonfrost stickers? Actually, we've not made any Moonfrost stickers, have we?
No, but we made some Discord stickers, if that counts. But I think we do need in real life stickers, so I can live out my fantasy of literally just like tagging Moonfrost everywhere.
I think some actual real life stickers would be quite good. I think probably the closest I have, I've got some of these Shudan stickers. It's from our music composer. I see a lot of comments about the music, so we can probably do a whole stream about that at some point. Get him on there and talk about it a little bit. But yeah, some Moonfrost stickers. Let's do that. And Jason, you've got a Moonfrost pin. I don't have a Moonfrost pin. I was supposed to get sent one, and no one ever sent me one. So I don't have one of these. It's like a premium thing that a few of our team managed to get, and for some reason the postman or woman or whoever just didn't send me. I just didn't get one. So it's a little bit sad.
It's okay. It's kind of like a really VIP club. So maybe we can try and
I'm
get
not
you
in
one.
it. I'm not in it. Please, can I have one, Jase? Did you organize this? I don't even know who organized this.
It just came in the post.
When did they happen?
Yeah. So, in other words, going back to what's on your desk, very high important part of the live stream, but we did touch on kind of lead into this really, like merch. So any Moonfrost merch will be cool. So I'm taking that as Frosted Fae as anything that comes out will be better than nothing comes out. So maybe stickers, maybe some more pins, and anything else anyone wants if we can design it. So
maybe, and there, I think because I was supposed to get one of these pins, I can say with, I think, absolute certainty that there are more Moonfrost pins out there in the world somewhere. They exist. Someone has them. And, they could be like a premium item. I don't know. If you can find them, let me know. Send me one, please.
A load of conventions. No, I like that. We can make it like a world treasure hunt. But yeah. Cool. Should we...
Back to Frost Hunters. Yeah, let's talk about that a little bit. So something that was quite important to us is we wanted to make sure that we can offer our players, just like a really unique kind of experience. And I guess one of the ways that we thought we could do that was having a premise that really contextualizes Moonfrost gameplay, right? So instead of being too, story-driven, which is kind of where we started, something that really just focused on our gameplay and places you, our players, in a role that unites, both of us, so us as developers, and then you, as our awesome community, where we can exist both in the game and outside of the game, right? That's crazy, and really gives us the sort of creative space, to create, I guess, like compelling in-game progression, right? So. The way we want to really do this is by inviting all of you, like every single one of you who are in the community, who are playing the game, to be Frost Hunters. And for us as the developers, to be taking this role of the Frost Hunter Association. And you're going to hear a lot more about this in the future. I'm not going to talk too much about it right now, but there's quite a lot about this, and I'm hoping and I'm excited to see how this kind of unifies all our players and brings everyone together, and how we have new stories unfolding, and stories being created rather than everyone playing along this sort of very linear kind of story progression that we've kind of put out there for you guys. We're creating just a looser kind of premise, so that we can create these stories together.
I think everyone just says Frost Hunter for 150 viewers. So you already are Frost Hunters. You've already played Alpha Release 2. 154 viewers is going up and up and up, which is great. But yeah, so the main thing, like you said, with Gina's touch on there, is Frost Hunters, we want it to almost be like everybody who plays Moonfrost. Even if you're in a community member, you're a player, like you may have just heard about it, but like everyone's got this group identity and working together. And it's going to go further than just narrative or just story in, out of game. And yeah, we're super pumped to kind of showcase this over the next element of the release. And we can definitely go into a deeper, kind of a deeper dive into Frost Hunters and Frost Hunter Association. Probably good to get like Aaron on board with that, who's our lead designer as well. He can really go home on that. So awesome. Sweet. Let's go into... Has anyone got any questions on that first before we fire through? We've got a small delay on the stream, so let us know if you have anything coming up. So one of the things which has popped up is... where did it come from? Have you leaked the editor mode yet? So I think that was referring to our build mode and how we're like building terrain and everything. So what's going on with that, Gina? Are they getting that in AR3?
Are you getting terrain building in AR3? No.
No.
But we are going to be offering a much smoother build mode experience. So anyone who's played AR2 will be familiar with build mode. You've used it to customize your houses and all of that. We've been spending a lot of time kind of refining some of these, so it's going to be a lot smoother, it's going to be a lot prettier. We've got fences coming in. Oh my goodness, we're going to be able to play with fences. That's my favorite part. You can build like full mazes and everything. I hope I'm not saying anything I'm not supposed to be saying right now. I can just see Mike in the background going, there's no fences coming in, stop talking about fences. Hopefully that's not the case, because I'd like fences to be in. So build mode is going to be a lot more refined this time round. We are planning as well, just to worth mentioning, we are planning sort of a nice big UI update on that as well, which will not be in this next release. So, like I said before, appreciate you guys just, sticking with us and being patient with the clunkiness of some of this. I know that the UI in build mode is pretty clunky right now. It's going to be so beautiful in the future. We are getting there. Just take some time.
Yeah, no. That's one of the big things is like with Alpha Release 2 and Alpha Release 3, they're really close together. Most games don't usually ship so fast. So please bear with us when it comes to like, there may be some bugs. There may be some things we don't do right, but one thing that we want to do is always listen to your feedback. Hopefully you'll see that going into Alpha Release 3 is yes, there's some really, really big new additions to gameplay. And there's basic MV or MVP multiplayer. So it is not going to be the final version of multiplayer, but we're getting that in so you can share social spaces with your friends. We've got a new map coming in. We've got a lot of quality of life improvements. They're not all of them. So like we can't get every single quality of life improvement into the game within this short time frame. So please bear with us on that. But also raise the point. If there's something you really, really want and everyone in the community is like, we really need this, then obviously we can kind of, I'm going to say, let's prioritize it, but I'll speak to the game dev team and the founders and say, can we please prioritize this in this way? But yeah, so.
If you get enough votes for anything, I'll consider it. Maybe. No promises, but like, maybe. Because like I said before, we are listening to you guys. That's important to us. We are trying to prioritize features that everyone is requesting. I think I have mentioned, previously as well, that our ultimate kind of design for Moonfrost is really big, right? Like this is a grand game. It's a big game. It's something that we're hoping everyone is going to be playing for a really, really long time. You know, not just playing through like start to finish, boom, that's it. But hopefully something you're playing for the next 5-10 years or whatever. That means we have a lot of content planned. But the order in which we release all of that is something that you guys can influence. You know, by letting us know what it is that you want to see next in the game. That is something that we're listening to. We're definitely listening to it. And in fact, one of the features we spoke about today in a call I had just before this, which we're going to be prioritizing, has come in from the community requests. I won't say what it is in case I get into trouble for that. But just know we hadn't prioritized it previously, and now we are prioritizing it thanks to you guys.
I don't even know what that is, so I'm now interested as well. So I'm gonna chat with Mike afterwards. I probably already chatted with it, but
maybe I'll tell you afterwards.
Okay, cool. So yeah, this question keeps popping up. So I'm gonna pull up. Sorry, I can't pronounce your name, so I will work on that. But there's kind of like 2 questions in here. So how long is the total development period? And then also, when are we launching on mobile? This seems like a really hot topic for us. Is when mobile? So we'll start off with how long has the development been? So we touched on it earlier. So Moonfrost has been building now for, what's it, over 2.5 years?
Yeah, so over 2.5 years, but that's not just been solid building, right? That's been, within that time, we have built the team that we have. So, you know, that is, you know, at some point, 2.5 years or whatever, that is starting from like 2 of us, right? Going all the way through to however many. Our team size has kind of, you know, fluctuated as well. It's, like I said before, it's a big game that we're building. You know, we've got quite a bit of time left on development on this. I think to get everything and, you know, our sort of ultimate bigger, you know, vision for the game in, you know, we've easily got another 2 years of development on this, which is, again, why we didn't want to wait. We didn't want to wait all that time before we can put something out to all of you, because we know that what we have is fun. We know it's a captivating world. It's something we want to bring all of you into and then build alongside you. So this game really is just going to get better and better the longer you stick with us. We're going to be adding really big features, like game-changing features, not just improving features that are there already, but really, you know, things that are huge, expanding the map, creating the world and making it bigger and, you know, more vast, adding in loads of NPCs, adding in different types, like different ways of playing, you know, combat in the long run, all sorts of things. So stick with us, you know, until we're done. Are we ever going to be done? Maybe we're never done. If we have enough people loving this game and playing it forever, we might just be supporting this forever, and then Moonfrost will just be my life until, you know, the end of days. But that's okay, because I love this game, so it's all right.
Moonfrost was already my life for the last, since we started development. So it can keep going. It's part of my identity now. So
you are Moonfrost, Jase.
No, we are all Moonfrost.
We are Moonfrost. We are Moonfrost. There we go. That's actually, you had that as a hashtag, didn't you? That was quite good, wasn't it?
Yeah, we should probably bring that back.
We should bring that back. It's quite good.
Now,
do people believe in that?
I think people believe we are all Moonfrost, but I'm all about the Frost Hunter life now. I'm pivoting. So it just sounds really cool.
It does, but I mean, you can be a Frost Hunter and be in the Frost Hunters Association, so, you know. So for me, I'll be sticking with We Are Moonfrost, but we can go with both. That's cool.
It's all good. We can have a split decision on that one. We'll let the community can vote. Simple as that. Cool. But yeah, the second part of that question, then we jump around to when mobile. It's going to be later down in the line of development. We need to get the core fundamentals and features built into PC first, and then we can go down to the mobile route. But it is planned, so yeah, I want to play it on
and
mobile.
just to expand on that, like, we all want to play this on mobile, right? I'd love to be, you know, sitting playing this on my phone or my tablet. 100%, it's something that we want to be able to do. Putting a game like this on mobile is a pretty big effort from our part. And we have a small team. We have to prioritize what we're building. We have to prioritize what we're putting out there. So for us, building on PC is the fastest way to get the game out to you guys, because we are, we're building on PC. We know it runs on PC. It's simple, right? As soon as we're adding in mobile, there are like hundreds of different devices we have to support. It all becomes a lot more complicated. So it's something we want to do. When we can do it, it's not something I can answer right now, but in the future, just know, it's on our radar. It's something we're thinking about. We are building a lot with mobile in mind, but we can't give you a time frame on that just yet. Let's make this first kind of, PC version a success.
Yeah. Mobile will be cool. I agree, but we'll get there. But first off, we want to just get those core features in and also build with you. So as in, like, it's pointless making, well, it's not pointless, but there's benefits behind building closed doors. But the whole point of what we're trying to do now is just open the doors, let you play, hear your feedback, the good, the bad, we'll take it all. As long as it's constructive, we will happily take on board kind of your thoughts, your feelings, everything like that. So super pumped for that. When it comes to like AR3, we've got a few questions coming in. So we're going a bit off tangent with the plan, but we'll just jump into questions and just vibing with the community. It's much funner. So let me just, okay, there's loads now. First one, small shout out to a player called AIK. They were the ones I put it in Slack, Gina, about that massive breakdown about shards and leaderboards, and obviously they were playing a lot, as many people were, and it's one of the big things we're going to be doing is kind of taking on that feedback from Alpha Release 2 and Farming Fest going forward into Alpha Release 3 with kind of shards. So if you're new to Moonfrost, shards are a unique hybrid of an in-game currency and a point system, which has a direct correlation to Frost. What that means is, though, it's going to be really hard for us to get it right straight out of the bat. So what I mean by that is it needs to be a controlled resource, and we need to make sure we're distributing it in a safe manner. There was quite a few exploits in AR2 when it comes to shards and the leaderboard events, which luckily you, the community, flagged to us really early on. So moving into Alpha Release 3, we're going to be changing the leaderboards up. They're still going to be there, but we will drastically change those to be more kind of in line with Moonfrost vibe, also what we want to do as a company. So we're going to be avoiding the exploitable events or leaderboard events. The duration will be cut down from 24 hours to maybe 1 or 2 hours, and it'll be kind of a random frequency. So it's kind of, you're going to be playing Moonfrost, you're going to be chilling in the town with your mates, then an event will kick in and you'll be like, okay, it's farming time. You can get that kind of competitive, kind of a little bit edge, but after like an hour or two, you can go back to your merry way of just enjoying Moonfrost surroundings. I'll probably be trying to get into Walter's store constantly because I just like talking to him as an NPC. But yeah, so thank you. Going back round, thank you, AIK, for the massive detailed breakdown, and everyone else who gave feedback. We do read everything. So that's including the 2,000 surveys we had, which even the surveys were big, but then people were doing videos. They were doing, I've got like one person did a PowerPoint style presentation of feedback from AR2. So we literally read it all. Yeah, cool. Will there be pets? People want pets, Gina.
People want pets. I also want pets. There will be pets one day at some point. We had prototype pets actually. At some point we had pets working. But pets is part of a much bigger system in the game. We wanted to make sure that pets is something that is very unique, something that is, it's not just copy paste from other games. We wanted to make sure it's not just like, oh, I have a dog and they follow me around, because that's like, to be honest, how many games have done that? It's kind of boring. I think we can do better than that. So for us, pets is something we want to spend a decent amount of time focusing on, so we can make it, an experience that is actually really cool and really feeds into the gameplay and makes it something special as well.
Exactly. And I am excited for pets, but it's going to be one of those features later on down the line. And even people are saying mounts. So we're talking mounts. I'm thinking skateboard.
Skateboard. Maybe. Why are you bringing this up, Jase?
So for anyone who doesn't know, Gina is now an avid skateboarder. And I used to skateboard a lot when I was younger. So I love this. That I
And
am
you've
retired.
been very supportive, haven't you? Because actually, right before we start, talking about anything, last year at the Christmas party, when I said to you, Jase, I'm buying a skateboard, what did you say to me? Do you remember? I remember it being something along the lines of, "This is a terrible idea. Don't do it."
Yeah, I think that was probably something along those lines. Yeah, it's probably at the pub. So telling you that, yeah, you can do what you want. If you want a skateboard, but it will take you down a route that there is no return. That you now need to skateboard everywhere and be that person. It's very cool.
That. I feel that already. Sometimes I just carry it around. I'm not even skating. I just have it as an accessory, and then I can't pick anything up. But I'm like, it's okay because my hands are full with this skateboard that looks really cool. So I don't need hands anymore.
Have you got it within arm's reach of you right now? Would be the question. Probably everyone wants to know.
I do. Does everyone want to know this?
Yeah, pull up the skateboard. We'll turn it into a feature and also show it off.
Right. Feature, there we go. It's all pink. It's gone all pink, right? It's quite beautiful. It's not too scratched up yet, but we're getting there. If I keep falling off it at the rate that I currently am, which is just basically daily, it's gonna get pretty scuffed up and look kind of cool pretty soon, I think. So there we go.
Skateboarding in and out of game. If you want that as a feature, just drop skateboarding in the comments, and then I can push it up the chain to try and prioritize this as a core feature of Moonfrost.
Yeah, we have actually got an NPC later on who I don't think we've released anything on him just yet, or have we? I don't know. Mikey, who does skateboard, so. Maybe we'll have a bit more of this creeping in into the game in the long run. If I get my way, we'll have a skate park in the game. But we'll see. I have a whole team to fight with on these things. Part of what I do is just come up with wild suggestions, and then people are like, "This is not good for the game. Let's not do that." But maybe if you all vote for it enough, and it becomes like the most voted for thing within our community, we might have to put a skate park in, and then it'll make me happy. I'll support this. Just know that you'll have my back. So
you're getting on Gina's good side here, and I'm the co-founder of the studio, so this is in our advantage to try and get skateboarding in the game as soon as possible.
Yeah.
But just on one of those things, like someone asked when fishing, or when will fishing be happening, and that's one of the things which we there we go. Can we fish in AR3? I really was impressed by the short video. So that was one of the things we want from this feedback. So within 1 week of reading that feedback, we then came up with 5 different designs for fishing. Shout out to Tim as well, a community helper. He came up with his own design, which is also awesome. So will it be an AR3? Sadly not. With AR3, like I said, is going to have so many new features, and it would have been less than about 2 months in between releases. So we can't get in too many new features, otherwise it'll just be crazy with bugs, which then would not be enjoyable. Well, I wouldn't necessarily enjoy it if it's filled too many bugs. So, yeah.
So I think we can't say when fishing is coming, but what I will say is that this week I did have a look at some really beautiful pixel art fish that Dimitri made. So that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm putting out there.
Okay, what I got from that is we're now going to share pixel art fish very soon, if possible. If it,
they're quite cool. They are quite cool. They're pretty good fish. So who knows?
I like that. Cool. Can I have a scooter instead? Yeah, go on. If it's up to me, you can have whatever you want as a. However, I am not the person. I'm not the developer of the game, so I'm the marketing community guy. So I will try my best to get scooters in Moonfrost as well when skateboard's coming. But that's going to probably open up another can of worms because that's completely 2 different things. But yeah, hoverboards, skateboards, all of that cool stuff. Let us know what you like.
You know what? We're gonna be in such trouble with Aaron after this call. I can just see we're gonna get a message straight away like Jase and Gina, we gotta get on a call. You guys are promising like crazy stuff. Everyone's expecting skateboards and scooters. This is like
Yeah,
we're get told off.
this may be the last live stream you hear from me and Gina.
It's very possible.
It'll be fine. Yes, that's what I think. It comes all the way back around to the start of the kind of conversation and live stream. Like, there's such a grand vision for Moonfrost, and there's so many features we want to get out there. But right now, we want to get the core features in. We want to get that core gameplay loop down, multiplayer kind of in a really good place, and then kind of leading to kind of like retention of players. So from a developer standpoint, we need to build a game that is fun and people that want and something that people want to come back to. Outside of the whole grinding type thing, because it's not sustainable. So
and not just features, right? But like places for people to visit as well. So like skate park is a great example of that. But in terms of places that we want players to be able to visit in the long run, like really far down the line, not right now. It's places that we've concepted out, and it's things like the vampire nightclub, right? This is very much part of something that we want in this game. We've got, we're planning on having cool cemeteries for you to explore. We're planning on having swamp areas. We're planning on having all sorts of different things. We just can't make them right now because there's just not enough of us. There's not enough of us making this game.
Yeah. I'm confident we can get all of those things in, but it's just going to take time. So Tim is literally hammering pub. So I think that was a favorite last live stream. So that's probably something you probably could touch on.
That is something I can talk about a little bit. Yeah. So the pub is, to be honest, the pub is looking beautiful. My goodness, the pub is looking absolutely gorgeous. I think you will have some sort of version of the pub in for this next release. Like I say, some sort of version, right? So this is not a version where you're going to be able to go inside necessarily or anything like that. I don't know how far we are going to get with actually getting the artwork in. We do have pub tables in at this point though, so we have got like the pub garden is there. It's got tables. You can't sit down, but the tables exist. You can walk around them and you can see where the pub is going to be. And our pixel artists have the art is there. The art is there. It's all about just kind of putting things together. So I'm hoping the pub is something that we will be able to put out to you guys in this next release. Like I say though, no promises, but we are trying our best because it's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, I am excited for that kind of area to unlock as well. It is a battle on time at the moment, isn't it? With AR3 being just around the corner, and the date of that is yet to be released, but we are on track. So we're excited to announce that date as soon as we've kind of done some internal testing on that build. We need to make sure it's stable enough to get it into the community's hands. So yeah, that's one of the things. And then we'll also circling back around to the Frost Hunter Genesis collection, the date on that will be dropping soon as well. So after this live stream, we're going to be working on the final people for the whitelist, and then we're going to be starting to push out emails, which will start collecting the information we need to kind of proceed with that. So if you receive an email from us, I'll make sure it's in the announcements in Discord of the kind of address it's coming from and what the email says, so it's not scam or anything like that. And it's coming from us, and then that will be happening very soon as well. So there's a lot going on. One thing to say about that though, like there will not be a flash mint for this, so we will give you plenty of time. So everything goes through our official channels, so be wary, please. But yeah, so going back round to one of the comments I pulled up from Apple Mint, they jumped in Discord as well quite a lot. And can they see a sneak peek of AR3? So could we show them the little bit of AR3 or the village?
Of the clip I shared with you earlier. That
yes,
one.
Please.
Yes, go on then. So this is, I think this clip in particular worth mentioning. We were testing out walls because we've just had brick walls go in. So obviously Joe's spent a lot of time putting walls all over the road and in places that, where it makes a lot of sense. So a lot of this is going to be work in progress stuff that, we're busy with. But Jase, go on, pull it up. We can
Sweet,
talk
yeah.
over it a little bit.
And this is kind of what we wanted to do is, there you go. I'll shut up so you can speak. What's going on here?
Well, we've got walls in the middle of the road, which is, is very exciting. But, you'll be surprised by how complex just getting something like walls in is, and like how many different components are in there to put something like that together. So for us, like I mentioned, fences, like walls and fences is a pretty big deal, right? There's quite a lot of work going in to get something like that in. But yeah, you might be seeing like sort of a tiny little snippet of the general store in there. So Walter's shop, and you will all have met Walter previously. He's going to be in his shop this time around. But yeah, so not too much there, but just a little bit of something that is very work in progress.
Yeah, no, I think that's one of the big things is like we want to start slowly showing you more and more. The village is kind of where the team's working on at the moment, trying to get that second map in. So one of the questions that came up, I can't find it because it's literally shot up because there's so many comments coming in. One of them was about is the map going to be any bigger than last time for AR2? And yes, so like the village is a brand new map.
Yeah.
No one has ever been there before, so this is what this scene's kind of taken from. But the walls won't be in the middle of the road for the release.
Just testing. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, awesome. Cool. I think we've got an image of the store. Can we share that as well?
Yeah, we can. Store is not finished yet, but at least parts of it should be there.
Cool. Let's put on this one. Okay, this isn't the store. This is shards as well. So this is some really, really cool art that we did. So I probably shouldn't have shown that. But yeah, so when it comes back round to like, there's some questions of like shards utility. I did cover it earlier about what shards are, but there is going to be future utility for this. It's like I said, it's a cross between an in-game currency and a point system with relation to Frost. So this opens it up for us to utilize it in the game and out of the game. So there's a lot of features going down there. So one of the things that we discussed previously is for the upcoming Genesis Mint, shards are really, really valuable for that in two of the different types. Top 100 placement on leaderboard, which we spent a considerable amount of time removing bad actors from, so cheaters, bots, exploiters, and then also the shards raffle. So there's already 2 uses, and there's going to be loads more coming down the line. But this is going to be slowly introduced, so we need to make sure we control this resource so it doesn't break the game economy. So because, like we said about AR2, your progress will be reset, but your shards stay the same. So we need to make sure that we get this balancing right moving forward. But right, that's shards with some really, really cool art. This is what it's meant to show you, which is outside of Lemons.
Yeah, so, and this is not finished. There's a lot more coming here. We've got a concept that is really, really beautiful. It's very detailed, and we're busy trying to work towards getting this shop to be like that. What's cool about Lemons is it's going to be the first shop where we're presenting you with an interior that is complete as well. So you are going to be able to go into this shop, you're going to be able to interact with Walter, you're going to be able to see what his space looks like. There's going to be a lot of items in there that you cannot access through build mode because they are very specific to Walter and his life, and the stories that we want to create around him. So that's going to be something quite exciting for you guys to see. And yeah, I've seen some comments on roofs on here. I'm glad people are noticing that roofs are a big deal. One of these days you will be able to put roofs on your houses. I cannot say exactly when that's happening, because roofs is a surprisingly complicated system. It's really not simple. But when I can answer that, we will answer it. And as you can see, roofs is part of the plan that we have. We're not all just going to have like roofless houses where it rains inside forever. That's it's changing. We're working on it.
I was having a conversation literally, I think it was yesterday or the day before, about why does it rain so much in Moonfrost? And I was like, I need to make you aware that it's set in the UK. So welcome to the weather climate of the UK, where it rains 90% of the time.
That was like one of the things, right? When we said, we want this kind of based on England. One of the first features we built is like, we need to have a weather system that's really good, so we can control the rain, and it can rain loads all the time, or just a little bit sometimes, and occasionally maybe we'll have some sunlight.
Just a little bit,
Just a little bit.
Yeah, no, I understand that though, because it was like, oh, we need the weather in, and then players were like crafting the gold watering can, and then it would rain like instantly after, and you're like, are you serious? Like, are you trolling me? So that was quite fun to understand players' pain points when it comes to that part.
But our rain is very beautiful. So at the very least, from like a visual point of view, I'm very, very happy with the rain. I think it adds quite a lot to the game, and also I think when you're in your house that you've constructed and it's beautiful, and when we get to the point where we actually allow you to light a fire in the fireplace, it's going to be so good just sitting there, just chilling with your friends while it's raining outside. I think we're going to have some special moments. So rain, it's important, right?
Yeah, I think that's one of the things is with Moonfrost, like the weather system is so dynamic, and like coming from, like I said, I'm not a game developer from a technical standpoint, but when I sit in the calls with the team and then even just weather, I'm like, wow, this is above my head. So unless you're like a game developer, I don't think you can appreciate the back end, like what's going on behind the scenes with the shaders and the engineering and everything like that. But like from a player standpoint, I think rain looks cool. We've also got some really cool stuff with the weather systems. One of them is actually a sneak peek in Discord. So if you head to the work in progress Discord channel, there is a weather state on there, which is very, very cool, which you can kind of see in the background of this image on the screen already. So go and check that out, because yeah, that feature I am excited for. Yeah, I know. I'm literally just pointing directly at it. I might as well just draw a picture of it.
It's the best thing. It's the best thing. It looks beautiful. I'm excited about it. Just a little bit excited. Maybe very excited about it.
Yeah, I'm pumped for it. Fog, lightning, meteors, acid rain, Godzilla. Yeah, I don't think we're going to have Godzilla. There might be a brand or IP issue with that one. And I don't know about acid rain either. That might hurt players. And it's one of those with the weather system. Someone was saying about like, oh, can we have like tornadoes and stuff? And I was like, but it would destroy your home. Like you could spend like weeks building a home, and then we just bring in a tornado, and then they're like, oh, there's your progress gone. I think that would be horrible. So yeah, I will not advocate for that. No, I will not advocate for that one. Sweet. We've got a lot of people kind of jumping between either like core stuff about the game, what's going on with the Frost Hunter, can we have a look at it? Probably can't show it on this live stream, so we've already kind of give you some sneak peeks into the game side of things, and also about like shards. When it comes to the Frost Hunter Genesis collection, I do know the person who created it, so they could probably touch upon that, but they're not going to be leaking any visuals for that yet. So yeah, it is pretty cool. I really, really like it, so I'd be excited to hear your feedback from the community as well. So awesome.
Cool.
Sorry, someone just said, can you sell home insurance? Okay, this is turning into a life sim. Mortgage rate goes through the roof. You can't afford to play Moonfrost anymore.
And there's a game idea right there. Like, should we be writing this down?
Yeah, I'll jump on with Aaron afterwards and say, hey, I've got some really cool ideas that I thought of. Not. But yeah, so awesome. We've got like about 10 minutes, so we're going to open it up to the floor. If you've got any questions, let us know. If not, we're probably just going to continue talking about Moonfrost or skateboarding or my amazing candle holder that took me way too long to create.
We can find out what else you have on your desk if we don't have any other questions coming in.
I am the biggest shiller of the game studio. Look at this.
But you've got a cactus in that. It should be Where's your oxalis plant? Actually, did I send that to you with a cactus in it?
Um, it may have died. So that's why I went for. Well, I was away for like 3 months, and I forgot to move this out of the office and into our main area where our main living room. So when someone came round to check on the house and water the plants, they didn't water it. So
Okay.
sadly,
Okay.
it's deteriorated.
Cool, Chase.
I am not
Last
the
time
best
I'm
farmer.
sending you plants.
I really enjoyed it too, but yeah, now we've got a cactus because it just survives in any weather conditions apparently. Because this thing is yeah, that must be thirsty. Yes, I need help farming. Please help me in game and out of game. It's got a few people coming through. Cool. Let's jump into one of the questions. So, is there any ones you want to pick out? I think you can see some as well. Do you want me to just bring one up?
Bring one up. Go for it. There's so many coming in all the time. So take your pick.
Okay, we won't bring out. There's one about dates and everything. We kind of covered that earlier, so there's nothing. AR3 and the Frost Hunter Genesis collection has no confirmed date yet. We're going to be leaking that in the coming days/weeks.
We can
Any
talk about
addition-
this one actually. Yeah. Oh, you're going to call out the same one as me.
Which one were you going to call out?
Any additional language supports in the future? Yeah, same one. Hey.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, definitely, 100%. We're going to be localizing into many different languages in the future. Not right now, but we have got a very, very long list of languages we'll be supporting. We are keeping track of, where all our players, where in the world everyone is, so we know sort of where to prioritize the languages that we're releasing in. I'm not going to say which languages we're releasing in and when, in case I hand over false information, but yes, we have got all of this planned. Localization is coming.
Yeah, definitely, and that's one of the things. Even the community getting involved now. So I will give a massive thank you to everyone in the community, but also especially the community helpers. And one of the community helpers, Isadorf, is actually co-streaming this or stream sharing it right now and translating the key points into Portuguese. So that's massive for us. The game isn't even localized yet, and we can still kind of start to connect with those community members who don't speak English. But yeah, language support will be coming later on down the line. So awesome. Oh, I did not mean to click that one. I am not trying to troll.
We keep getting questions about this treasure chest. I'm not going to talk about it.
All I'm saying is it could be openable. Maybe someone just didn't use the right things for it.
Just shh. Stop talking about the treasure chest. We just
Okay.
don't talk about it.
Okay, cool. We'll switch. Cooking.
Oh my goodness, will we be able to cook with the produce we grow and ingredients we buy? I can't answer that. I need Aaron, help!
Right, what we're gonna do is we'll line up. We've got this new live stream coming, which I was going to tell you later on, but I'll tell you all now because you're jumping in. But alongside these founder updates with Gina, where we kind of dive into kind of higher level stuff and also just kind of us. We're also going to be lining up something called dev discussions. So we're going to be bringing an individual up from the team and diving into their job and what they're building. So all of this stuff related to kind of design and features will Aaron will probably jump into that, and he'll be a really, really good person to cover this.
He'll be much better at answering these things than I am. Sorry.
All good. Most of it is to do with features or the chest that I'm reading at the moment. Will there be dancing or emotes? This one's pretty interesting because we do have the kind of player or the NPC ones, don't we?
Yeah, so we do have the NPC ones. We are not planning on having them for the players, and there's a very good reason for it. I think I did touch on this, I think, in our previous live stream, but essentially, right now, we've presented everyone with two players to choose from, so Ava and Kyung. But in the future, we're going to have full character customization. So it's very much part of our plan for everyone to be able to play, as themselves, as whoever it is they want to be in this world. So that we don't have, thousands of versions of the same players running around in a multiplayer world, because that's going to get confusing. But it does mean that having avatars that are unique to you as a player becomes a little bit difficult. But even though we don't have that, we do have chat. So you are going to be able to chat to other players. That is something that we have working right now. Is something we played with just the other day in the studio, all chatting to each other in multiplayer. It's quite exciting. So hopefully that's good.
I think we're going to save that for next time about multiplayer. But hey, we are chatting. Yes, there will be that. It's all good. It's all good. You're allowed to say what you want.
I'm sorry. You're never bringing me on one of these streams again.
Nah.
like,
You love it.
Just Aaron from now on. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. At least he'll follow the script. I think we've gone completely off the rails.
Yeah, we had like a couple of talking points, and it's kind of took some detours, and we flowed a little bit like a river. So cool. One of these ones was, can we see some small animals in game? So yes is the answer. So already there is. So we had insects in the last one and fish, didn't we? So we had some bees. What other insects did we have? Dragonflies in the last one. Dragonflies. What else did we have?
We had some little bluebirds as well, and we definitely had the chickens in. We've got loads of plans for more animals, but again, it's one of these things we want to spend a lot of time doing, but just takes some time, doesn't it? So in the long run, yes, they'll be there.
Yeah, no, awesome. I'm looking forward to that as well. I think there was some content on kind of the wildlife of Moonfrost, and as we develop further, there's going to be new animals introduced. Some will be kind of like homesteady, some may be wild, because that was another question. People want to see a cow and chickens, so
and some fantastical ones as well. Right? Like, we've got some cool designs for some pretty fantastical things that will be coming later on in the game, beyond just your cows and chickens and all that.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's going to be fun to explore those ones as well. Right, we are approaching on the hour. However, I did say if we hit a all-time high peak of concurrent viewers, which we went over 150 this time, so a lot higher than last time as well. So, what do you want to do, Gina?
Well, we should probably do something. Can we give something away? Do we have anything? We don't have Moonfrost badges, obviously, because you have them all. But do we have anything else we can give away?
Yes, we definitely do. I was only just teasing towards that. So no Moonfrost badges, because even Gina can't get one. But what we would like to do, so like I said, with the Frost Hunter Genesis collection, we are going through the final stages of summarizing that list. So from this live stream, you stayed to the end. Most people have. So all I want you to do is write skateboarding in chat again. And we're going to then pick out 2 people who's been on the live stream, and we're going to add you to the whitelist. So I will collect your information after this details. But yeah, thank you for supporting us. The live stream has been really, really fun. So we just wanted to kind of encourage you to turn up more if you wanted to turn up, and just say thank you very much to everybody. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, everyone.
Sounds good. We'll finish up there, I think. So we're going to exit with some more of our music. So one of the big things is we will go a bit deeper into kind of the music of Moonfrost in later kind of streams and touch into it more. But everything you hear in the intros and outros is completely Moonfrost. So we're very, very lucky to have kind of this music for the game as well. Awesome. Right. I'll see you next time.
Cool. Bye.
Bye.